Jason Belmonte's 190 in the last match. Just enough to propel him here to match number 2, and he'll start us off. Good start.
Not surprised. The more angle that Jason Belmonte can create by moving left, the better and better his reaction is going to get, and the higher his score is going to get.
6 strikes, 1 ham bone for Barnes in match number 1. And he matches Belmo's strike with one of his own. My dad is rad. I tell you what, if my kids made me a sign, it would not be pretty. Rash trying to walk away from that one.
Your kids made you a sign, it would say, "My dad is mad."
Yeah, that's about right. Come home, Dad. Come home. Where are you? Yeah. I'm not sure I have a dad. Here is Jason Belmonte on the left lane. Right at target. A nice late kick on the 10 to leave just some double wood.
Rob, I suspect, though, eventually it'll get back from that spot.
Rash! Woohoo! Kick the field goal, nip both uprights.
A bit harder than 3, 6, 9, 10.
Takes the axe to both of them.
Not the easiest of spares, the 2-8, but Belmo made it look pretty easy. Barnes, just such a great strategist. He always has a game plan going in. Doesn't mean it's always right, but this guy's rarely fooled by anything.
Chris used to view himself as a bit of a power player, but he's had to evolve to compete.
As I've gotten older, the bar just keeps getting higher and higher. The guys throw it harder, they get more revs on it, and so now I've had to become more of a intellectual player. And so moving around the lanes, seeing a ball reaction and then reacting to it in the correct way and doing it immediately rather than being wrong once or twice or 5 frames and giving a 5 frames or a game away. That's been the key to my success over the last 5 or 6 years.
I think he's really enjoying having his family sitting this close, having his boys in attendance as well. Always helps when you're doing well. Rash gets himself a little break as well.
I also think he really enjoys this format.
True.
This isn't a one and done, a 1 game and out head-to-head match. This gives you a chance to get your feet underneath you, get a couple games on television before that title match.
Get back to that thought in just a second. Here's Belmo on the right as Barnes takes a look. Ten will not drop. Talk about Barnes. I mean, we've seen him through the years on TV show after TV show. Here's Sean Rash. Gets himself a spare, and his competitors will say, I'll take on Barnes in a 1-match deal. I'd rather not, but I'll do it. But if it's a 5-match deal or a longer type format, it's usually that guy's to lose.
Yeah, over a long period of games. You take a US Open format, for example, you throw 50-plus games at you. My money's on Chris Barnes to be there or be close to the top.
The white.
3 in a row to open up match 2. Rash has struggled here. 8 spare, 9 spare in the 3rd.
Well, I've seen that one before.
2 seconds, please.
To it. Sorry.
2-7, the second time he's seen it this match, both on this right lane.
100% on that split.
It's a good spare.
Chris Barnes, perfect through 3. An early advantage. The top 2 move on to the championship match of the Geico Shark Open.
Rob Stoner, Randy Peterson, welcome you back to the World Series of Bowling, the Geico Shark Open. We're in the midst of match 2 through 3 frames. Chris Barnes on top, Belmo in second, Sean Rash just barely on the outside looking in. Here is Jason Belmonte, strike, spare, spare. We begin the 4th. 3 weeks ago, he won the Chameleon Open. Trying to take down the Shark here today. Woo! A lot of shrapnel flying by the 9.
Chris Barnes, why does it appear that your ball reaction looks so much better than Jason Belmonte and Sean Rash's?
You know, I don't know that it's all that much better, but it is staying in contact with the lane a little bit. This long pattern, my speed's a little bit softer, and it's probably making it a little bit easier on me. But you know, I've had to move 5 left too. You might have noticed these guys have a slightly higher rev rate than I do, and so I've had to move in an arrow as well. And I'm sure they'd like that. It brings carry to their advantage.
Barnes gets set here for his effort in the 4th.
You know, it's funny. Chris Barnes is not exactly straight in terms of amount of curve, but compared to Jason Belmonte and Sean Rash, don't get me wrong, Chris has got plenty of power. And it was evident when you just saw the 6 just kick the living you-know-what out of the 10-pin there on that last shot.
Well, Barnes may not have as much power as a guy like Rash, but he does have more experience. And he shared much of what he's learned with his fellow Wichita State Shocker.
I've had a lot of great mentors in the past. Chris Barnes and I, you know, having the Wichita State alumni there, he's helped me quite a bit when I first got on tour. But Chris has got one of the best work ethics there is. And Chris has had his ups and his downs on tour, you know, probably more ups than downs. But he's given himself a chance to win, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Strike number 1. Finally a strike in match 2 for Rash. Looking to the heavens for some support. 1 pin separating the 2 rivals, Belmo and Rash. Again, Chris Barnes leaping out to an early lead. Loose swing, comfortable. Belmo wide of target.
Could have been a lot worse.
All right, watch this now. See how it's just wide of target and it hits that ledge of oil. It was dumped onto the lane by the oiling machine. Anything right of about the 7 or 8 board, and it hits that cliff, and I was lucky to get 8.
Great pocket presence. More high fives with his son Ryan. Ryan's into it today, man. He's dialed in. Jason for the spare, got it. Rash looking for a double.
Oh, my God.
Didn't like it. He's got himself a split.
Missed it at the bottom, missed right. No chance. 210. This is the third split that he's had in 5 frames.
Oh, yeah. Down went the 210.
A lot better than the first one.
Belmo hasn't struck since the first. That's your fast, safe pain relief replay, brought to you by the makers of Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
Textbook. Question is, what's Sean going to do to throw more strikes now? We know he can leave splits and convert them, but to advance to the title match, he's going to need to start throwing strikes.
Ho-hum, another strike for Chris Barnes.
Barnes is making it look easy.
Sure is.
234 in game one. He's got the front six this game. He's making it look stupid easy.
Strike number 2 for Sean Rash.
You know, sometimes it's not always about how much you can hook it. Chris Barnes just rolling it nice and clean off his hand and absolutely running these guys over thus far.
Rash now 1 pin better than Belmo through 6. Jason leads the 10. It's essentially a Belmo Rash battle right now. Mathematically, Barnes has not locked it up, obviously, but he's in the right lane. And passing everybody here. He's in great control of his game. An effort here in the 7th from the left lane, and another strike. Wow, that was an angry slap there from Ryan.
Right now, it's kind of like watching Chris Barnes trying to jump over Belmonte and Rash in a steamroller.
Top 2 will move on to the title match here. The Geico Shark Open. Belmo and Rash awfully tight. And another split.
Yeah, back-to-back 210s on that right lane.
Kidding me?
See if he can convert again. This would be the 4th split in this game. Get a little softer, soften your hand up, get the ball to check a little sooner so it stops going 60 feet before it hooks.
Open frame. First open frame in match number 2. Jason takes advantage. Somebody's nice enough to open up the door for you. The least you can do is walk in.
And he did it nicely.
That's 8.
By the way, this guy named Chris Barnes is going to bowl for the title.
He's bowling for history right now. Rash in the 8th. How about that? Kids maybe pulling a little prophesizing there. Highest score, yes indeed, it is a 300. And Dad on pace.
Could they possibly know something we don't?
I don't see how it's possible, Randy, but here's Belmo. He and Rash awfully tight. They both had strikes in the 8th and another one here in the 9th for Jason.
Absolutely great shot. Magnificent from Jason Belmonte. Again, taking advantage of the open frame in the 7th by Sean Rash. Steps up and just throws a beautiful double. 8th and 9th frame.
9 in a row.
Oh, are you going to mention it?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I won't say anything either.
Now we have two storylines going right here. Chris Barnes, perfect through 9 frames. Jason Belmonte holding on to a 21-pin advantage over Sean Rash to move to the championship game.
210, 210, check.
Belmo about to move on. He looks tired, this Sean.
Yeah, he looks mentally beat.
He's had to do a lot of bowling this season. So a spare there for Sean in the 9th. Belmo looking for a 3-bagger as we open up the 10th.
Wow.
It's going to take the drama out of the fight for second. And now center stage rightfully gets handed over to Chris Barnes.
Belmo Barnes title match, but right now all eyes are on the man in the blue shirt.
Remember, he had a 299 in game 1 of qualifying here at the Shark.
It's gonna go.
Drops the Bo Derek, the perfect 10.
Are you going to say it now?
Doing the right thing?
2 strikes away from a 300 game. Belmo quickly stepped up and fired.
Let me just finish this off.
Everybody just trying to get out of the way and let Chris Barnes have a crack at history. Jason's just stepping, firing, and walking away.
Hi, buddy. 2 of your best.
$10,000 bonus for a perfect game. Looks real confident and real comfortable.
One away. 1 strike away from perfection.
Don't get many chances like this. Let's enjoy this one.
One shot away from history and a 300 game. Yes! Somebody just cashed in Vegas.
Keep it going. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Way to go. Way to go.
Another look at that last effort. Number 12 goes down in the pit. Wife Linda, boys Ryan and Troy, there to see their dad and husband make history. Ah, beautiful. The check presentation for Chris Barnes, $10,000 richer. Jeff Reese, the CEO of the PBA, and the Barnes boys there to celebrate. Here's Barnes in the 10th. 1, 2, and the money shot. And Randy with Chris.
That was spectacular. What did that feel like?
Man, you don't get many chances at that, and I'm just telling myself to just enjoy it. There's times in my life and in my career where I didn't enjoy that moment very much, and I didn't embrace it and didn't perform very well, but that was one of the better ones right there.
The kids knew something, huh? With the sign?
Check out that sign. Evidently, they've been writing 187 at other times. I'm not sure, but they called their shot beforehand. It's I need to keep them around. They're my good luck charms.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Team Barnes not done yet. They're looking for another reason to celebrate. As Chris will take on Jason Belmonte when our coverage of the World Series of Bowling returns to Las Vegas. The title match of the Geico PBA Shark Open, Chris Barnes versus Belmo.